So welcome to Mountain Goat Climbing, where we're just a bunch of mountain goats doing regular mountain goat things. My name is Chun, and today I'd like to talk about 3 fundamentals to help you get started with climbing. And these were things that have helped me significantly, especially during the time when I started getting into climbing a lot more. And through asking the right questions to the right people and a whole heap of trial and error, I started to implement these fundamentals. And I found by doing so, I was able to get out of my own way and slowly start to understand how to maneuver myself on the wall with a lot more ease than I was previously doing. And so I hope this video can help you understand some fundamentals to climbing and to get you off the ground and onto the wall. So tip number 1, hips to the wall. This is something I have to constantly remind myself. When I first started climbing, my hips were sagging all over the place, and all that weight was really bringing me down, causing me to work against myself. The effort was put into dragging my torso up with me on the wall, and it was just a struggling mess. I would get exhausted really quickly and not achieve too much. Gravity always seems to be around, and an excellent way to work around that is by moving your hips closer to the wall. This would take a lot of the load off your arms and place your center of gravity above your feet. Next time you're on the wall, I want you to be aware of how your hips are positioned in relation to your feet and the wall. Really focus on bringing your hips in and driving down with your feet. Notice the subtleties of where the weight is pulling you down from, and how that shifts as your hips come closer to the wall. This technique really comes into play on steeper routes such as overhanging climbs, where you can really feel the weight of gravity as your hips move further away from the wall. Many climbs will demand different methods of thinking and will require you to move and adapt in various ways, but fundamentally, keeping your hips close to the wall will take the strain off your arms and put you in a more optimal position to move and make decisions from. Which brings me to tip number 2. Trust your feet. If you have ever climbed with your upper body, you'll realize how tiring and difficult this is. It straight away becomes strenuous and you end up pumping yourself out before completing anything. The energy can be better spent than struggling up a wall. Naturally, your legs and hips are designed to be stronger than your arms. This is why it's important to use them. By doing so, it takes a lot of the load off your arms, which can only handle a fraction of the weight. Your legs now become the main driving force for your power, whilst you move from hold to hold. Next time you're on the wall, aim to use the tip of your toe as you step onto a hold. Really drive down with your feet, remembering to keep your hips close to the wall whilst doing so. I want you to really focus on how the weight shifts as you press with your legs and your toes. Notice how you feel as you relinquish the load off your arms. Having your legs do a majority of the work will help you move from a more stable and consistent foundation, leaving you with more energy in the arms for when you actually need it the most. Which brings me to tip number 3. Climb with straight arms as much as possible. Many routes that you may come across will have certain sections which are noticeably harder. This is called the crux. Depending on the climb, a crux can demand all sorts of finicky movements and power to navigate through. These movements can take up a lot of energy and coordination. Your problem-solving abilities are put to the test. You want to be in a decent state to make decisions from when solving the crux. So it's important to conserve your energy for those critical moments. How you achieve that is by climbing with straight arms whenever you can. Next time you're on the wall, try keeping your arms straight as much as possible. Focus on twisting your hips as you push with your feet. Use the length of your entire body to gain more reach as you move from hold to hold. This efficient way of moving is going to take the load off your arms and allow you to continue for longer. And with the energy you just saved up, you can spend it wisely on the crux. So there we have it, 3 fundamentals to help you get started with climbing. And these are tips that will build you a solid foundation to work upon, and have personally helped me during my mountain goat journey. And so go out and experiment and try it for yourself and see what works for you. Drop a comment below if this video has helped. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.